President Moon Jae-in wrapped up the weekend by addressing the nation on the accomplishments of the People's Transition Committee. There, he reaffirmed his efforts to pump out quality jobs for young people, calling it a critical step in reversing the country's chronically low birth rate. Hwang Hojun has the story.
Just 3 days after President Moon's 100th day in office, an unprecedented and unconventional Q&A event was hosted by the Presidential Office of Cheong. The hour-long event that was broadcast live on national TV took place at the reception hall of the Blue House in the format of a talk show and began with a musical performance. Around 280 citizens from various backgrounds who all voluntarily took part in the so-called People's Transition Committee and had made policy proposals on and offline were invited to ask questions about the government's new policies and reforms. The president's top aides and cabinet members, including the Foreign Affairs Minister, Interior Minister, Health Minister, and Culture Minister, participated to provide the answers. But the highlight of the night was when President Moon once again pledged to create more jobs and to tackle the nation's declining birth rate. He addressed his critics who posed the idea of using taxpayer money to create jobs.
좋은 일자리 만들기는 청년들에게 희망을 주는 일뿐만 아니라 세금 덜 많이 내고 또 소비하는 사람들을 늘리는 길이거든요. 그것을 통해서 경제가 성장하는 거죠. 그리고 지금 심각한 저출산 고령화 문제에 대한 해법이기도 합니다. 그래서 국민 세금을 일자리 만드는 데 쓰는 것은 세금을 가장 보람 있게 사용하는 것이다.
President Moon also reaffirmed his determination to allow enough time for both mothers and fathers to be involved in child-rearing by limiting working hours to 52 hours a week from the current 68, while expanding parental leave and allowing workers to use all their annual paid holidays. Before the night ended, President Moon vowed to continue listening to the voice of the people.
문재인 정부도 이런 국민들의 집단 지성과 함께 나가는 것이 국정을 성공할 수 있는 그런 길이라고 생각합니다. 온라인, 오프라인 가리지 않고 국민들과 끊임없이 소통하는 노력 계속해 나가겠습니다. 감사합니다.
More than 180,000 policy recommendations were made by the People's Transition Commission. According to the Blue House, 99 of them have been reflected in the Moon administration's new policy initiatives and tasks. 1,700 others are also currently being reviewed to be implemented. President Moon will have to now display his ability to cooperate with the National Assembly to make these policies a reality. Hwang Hojun, Arirang News.